All right, here we go. It is time now for the class of 2020 watch list that I put out 10 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. 10 days. Quick reminder, as always, there's going to be names that are going to be added on monthly, weekly. Make sure you fill out the Deep Dish Football questionnaire / survey so that I have your information. Follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is coachbigpete@fb@gmail.com if you have any questions. And again, on the bottom, I will provide, if you like my work, feel free to leave a tip / donation, or you can look at my Patreon too, via PayPal as well. So feel free to leave a tip. Again, it goes to work towards the maintenance of the website and travel fees. So let's get started. All right, so Danny Cronin out of Fenwick. I believe he's transferred. I can't say the other high school just to be safe and everything else. But Danny Cronin, huge, bursted onto the scene last season. Huge last year with Fenwick. Definitely a kid that's been talked about a lot. Good arm strength and a good size of a good athleticism as well as good size. Definitely a quarterback to keep an eye out for. Next one. Another one's been getting some offers. Carson Camp out of Normal West. Huge his sophomore year. Kid definitely deserves to be talked about, especially as one of the best quarterbacks in the state of Illinois. I think he's got 2 D1 offers, if I'm not mistaken. He's going to get more. He's a great kid to look at, especially with his arm strength and the touch on the ball that he has. Definitely a kid to keep an eye out for. Next one, Drew Cassens out of Downers Grove North. Again, new offense, did a wonderful job. Good passer, nice, tall quarterback. Definitely a kid to keep out for from Downers Grove North. For moving from 2 different offenses, he's done a wonderful job. Drew Cassens is definitely a kid to keep an eye out for as well. Next one, now this comes as a surprise to some people. B.J. Crossen of St.Charles East because of the offense that he runs. But I just like the way he throws the ball, his touch on the ball. And yes, he's got that wacky wind-up throw. But again, like I always believe, the wackier the throws for a quarterback, they can be corrected, especially when they get onto the college level. And when they do magical things. And he's fast. He can take a hit. He can break tackles. B.J. Crossen of St. Charles East is definitely a dark horse quarterback to keep an eye out for the season. Next one, Josh Beetham. What more can you say? The kid burst onto the scene when he was referral Christian, transferred to Yorkville. He's done a wonderful job at Yorkville. Definitely another kid to keep an eye out for. Again, D1 quality quarterback, makes the great throws, and good at reading defenses. Next one, Derrick Williams from Thornton. He's been looked at by all of the candidates, major league college schools. I know a lot of people see him as a pro style quarterback. I saw someone was talking to me. I was talking to the college coach. They saw him more of as a West Coast guy. I personally see the kid. He can play whatever spot he wants to. He can play whatever offense he wants to, and he is definitely a quarterback. And I believe he's one of the best quarterbacks in the state of Illinois. Derrick Williams out of Thornton is definitely going to keep an eye out for. Another one, small school candidate, keep an eye out for. Hunter Flowers of Carrolton, putting up big numbers at Carrolton again. He's a small school stud. He's definitely going to be to keep an eye out for. Like a Easter Day from last year, an Odom from last year. He's definitely going to get a bunch of looks from big D1 schools. Next one, and I'm going to massacre last names. I cannot pronounce last names for the life of me. I do apologize. Cole Bhardwaj, hopefully I didn't mispronounce it. I probably did. Out of Jacobs, he's going to be a little. He did an okay season last season. He's going to have a little more. How do you say? A little more experience and going into Jacobs football. Very underrated thrower. Decent amount of speed. Definitely to keep an eye out for. Next one, underrated kid Stuart Ross. Springfield Southeast Athletic. Key throws against Springfield Southeast, but again, has earned the respect of the Central State 8 coaches, especially the defensive coaches. Stuart Ross is a quarterback that you want to keep an eye out for. I really do like the way he breaks his runs, and he does. Sometimes quarterbacks don't know when to break the runs. Sometimes they don't know when to throw the ball. He does a great job of it. Definitely to keep an eye out for. Next one, Michael Stransky out of Elmwood Park. I've talked about this kid numerous times. He is athletic. He has a pretty good arm. Nice accuracy. Again, the most overrated thing in, especially for college football, as we talk about it, is arm strength. There's a lot of quarterbacks we say, oh, he can zip the ball, he can zip the ball. But when you zip the ball 10 yards past the wide receiver's head and throw for an interception, that does not help. And Michael Stransky, he makes great plays. He's a playmaking quarterback for Elmwood Park. I know a lot of people have him as an athlete. I have him as a quarterback. I think he's going to be good in college as a quarterback. See what happens, but definitely can you keep an eye out for it. And again, a small school player as well from Elmwood Park. Next, he's started a little bit last season. Colin Smyth out of Brother Rice. Had a little bit of a battle with Josh Bean. But Colin Smyth is a kid to keep an eye out for. I've talked about him last year. I'm going to talk about him this year. A good zip on the ball. And I talked about his arm strength, but not only that, but a good ability. I think the more experience that he has going into the senior season, he's definitely going to bring out a lot of more college coaches looking at him. Definitely a kid to keep an eye out for. Next, Martin Kowski of Neuqua Valley. I've talked about this kid numerous times. I have seen him make mistakes, and after he has made a mistake, he's gone out onto the field and he has corrected it. He's good at reading defenses. His experience, I think, from last year helped him out a lot. His senior season, he's going to have a great senior season with Neuqua Valley. Definitely a kid to keep an eye out for. Great group of wide receivers for Neuqua Valley. But Mark Gronkowski is definitely a D1 quarterback, no doubt about it. Chris Selig out of Lakes, a kid that deserves more respect. He needs to be talked about more. That's my personal feeling. Chris Selig does a wonderful job for Lakes. I really like his arm strength. Again, arm strength overrated, I know. Good accuracy. Had a good, solid group of wide receivers. D'Angelo, if I'm not mistaken, D'Angelo Hardy, he's now graduated. But definitely a kid to keep out for, Chris Selig, as I talk more about the quarterbacks. Next one, Devyn Suggs of Bolingbrook, transfer from Homer Flossmoor to Bolingbrook. He's going to burst onto the scene spring into summer. He's going to get some offers, no doubt about it. The kid's special. The kid's an athlete, and I like his arm. Next one, and I know people have him as an athlete. I have him as a quarterback. I think he could be a great quarterback. He's around the 6'5-ish, 6'4-ish type of quarterback. Vance Brown out of Rich Central. He's definitely a kid to keep an eye out for. I like his accuracy. I like his arm. I like a little bit of his accuracy. If he gets down to reading defenses, I really do think the kid can be special, and he could be the best quarterback in the state of Illinois if he does all those things, and I think he's got a good chance of. Next one, Kylo Brown, St. Charles North. Again, another St. Charles North quarterback, taking over for his brother after his brother got injured last season. Kylo Brown, I do believe, has the great potential of being a Division I quarterback. I like his speed. I really like his accuracy, and I like that when he was put in a hard spot from last season, he excelled. So Kylo Brown definitely could keep an eye out for. Another one, Denny Kankin from Maine West, is athletic kid. I think he's around 6'5-ish, 6'4-ish, if I'm not mistaken. Good athleticism, good accuracy with the ball. Definitely another kid. He's going to be a late bloomer into the spring and summer days. Definitely a kid that will be getting a lot of looks from colleges. Next one, Colin Gillespie of Bennett Academy. Again, this is a kid that I've talked about. His sophomore season was thrown into the fire, excelled in the playoffs. A good junior season, all conference. Colin Gillespie, he's definitely a Division I quarterback, no doubt about it. It's going to be interesting to see his first 3 games, what he produces in the first 3 games, but he's going to get more looks. I'm really impressed with Colin Gillespie, and I probably mispronounced the last name. I do apologize again. Next one, last one, Will Tamaru from West Aurora. Very, again, athletic kid, good arm, smart on the run, smart with the football. A kid that is going to get, again, excel more into more looks. He got looks last year. He's going to get more looks, even more. Will Tamaru is a definite game changer, a playmaker, and I really do believe that this is Will Tamaru's season. This is going to be a huge season for this young man. Keep an eye out for him. Now, make sure you follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. If you have any questions, email me, CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com. Now, wait, don't get angry. If you did not fill out the player survey, please do on DeepDishFootball.com so that I have your information. Again, I will be adding names monthly and weekly on my watch list alone. Deep Dish Football panel coach rankings will come out in a couple of weeks. The first panel meeting is going to be actually next week, so it should be interesting. Again, if you like my work, feel free to leave a tip/donation via PayPal or Patreon. I will put the links on the bottom of the video. And again, please visit DeepDishFootball.com. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me, CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com.